maybe sometime if you have free time, you can practice by yourself.
Okay.
Okay, and recording, right? Thomas Jefferson, he was the third U.S. president. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know about his biography before?
No, I just noted that he bought Louisiana from France.
The technical term of Thomas Jefferson, okay, you must remember because appear in the test. Uh, the the term of the Declaration of Independence, Declaration, DECLARATION, the Declaration of Independence. Okay, I will type and write to your inbox. The the declaration of independence. What does it mean? Do you know? The,
No.
the declaration of independence. Yes, can you
Mm-hmm.
say it?
Yeah.
Declaration of independence mean declaration. The meaning same announcement ถ้าแปลภาษาไทย Declaration of Independence ก็คือโทมัสเจฟเฟอร์สันเป็นคนเขียนร่างคำประกาศอิสรภาพจากประเทศอังกฤษนะครับเขาเป็นคนเขียนเขาก็สอบถามง่ายๆว่า Who wrote the Declaration of Independence A. George Washington B. Abraham Lincoln C. Thomas Jefferson D. Franklin D. Roosevelt and you must choose Thomas Jefferson. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the Declaration of Independence. He wrote on the 2nd of July, today before Independence Day, because American Independence Day or American National Day is July 4th.
Cool.
Yes, July 4th or every year is holiday, public holiday of American. Thomas Jefferson used 2 days before. This declaration is not too long, only 4 lines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The detail of declaration is now in the present on of American citizen and American land is free from the Great Britain. Everything from the soldier, from the absolute monarchy, from the king, the queen. In that time, it's not Queen Elizabeth, That time is King George and the Queen Victoria, right?
Mm-hmm.
And live from the Great Britain, and live for 13 states or the 13 colonial free from the United Kingdom. All right. This is
Mm-hmm.
the detail or information of Truman Jefferson. Have you ever seen his face before?
Hmm?
Have you ever seen Thomas Jefferson before?
No.
To 185 years ago, right? Okay, we have declaration in okay, video clip
Mm-hmm.
for Thomas Jefferson about the Declaration of Independence. Okay. Video is coming, loading. Yes.
Yes, it's loading.
Today PM
Watching right now
2.5
because
does
we
not have.
are going to learn about
Can
a
you
very special
hear it?
Mm-hmm.
document in this video called the Declaration of Independence.
Just a
Even though it was first signed on July 4th, 1776, that was a long time ago, it is still with us today. The original Declaration of Independence is kept in this building, a building called the National Archives Museum, the same place the original Constitution and Bill of Rights are kept. The National Archives Museum puts the Declaration of Independence on display so people can come and see the document that started the United States of America.
That, right?
Yes.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We want to give you the full story of the Declaration of Independence so you can see why it is so special. We mentioned that the Declaration of Independence was signed in 1776. To understand the Declaration of Independence, we have to know what was going on at that time. Back then, the country of Great Britain had 13 colonies in America. The 13 colonies were upset at Great Britain because they felt they were unfairly treated. One thing led to another, and the 13 colonies went to war with Great Britain in a war called the Revolutionary War. A year into the war, the 13 colonies made the decision to officially declare their freedom from Great Britain. So they got help from this guy, a gentleman named Thomas Jefferson. Have you heard of him? Thomas Jefferson was the main author of the Declaration of Independence, and it was his job to put to words exactly why they were declaring independence. And that's what the Declaration of Independence does. The Declaration of Independence explains why the 13 colonies were forming a new country, the United States of America. So, for 17 days, Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence with the help of a small committee which included Benjamin Franklin and John Adams. They edited the document and made changes before the document was given to the second...
Two friends, Benjamin Franklin and John Adams too. This is Benjamin Franklin and John Adams. Both of them are advisors of Thomas Jefferson. Okay. Benjamin Franklin and John Adams. He was John Adams. John Adams, he was the second president of America after George Washington too.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But Benjamin Franklin not an American president, only John Adams. Okay. All right. Next.
Continental Congress. And catch this, on June 28, 1776, Thomas Jefferson and the committee shared the document with the Second Continental Congress in Independence Hall. An interesting fact, when they shared it with the Second Continental Congress, it wasn't actually called the Declaration of Independence. They originally called it a declaration by the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress Assembled. Wow, long title. That's a long title. I'm glad it was shortened, right? Once they had the document, Congress made changes. They shortened the document itself, and the document became known as simply the Declaration of Independence. Then the big day came. On July 4th, 1776, Congress voted for the Declaration of Independence. The date was written on the Declaration of Independence, and even though it was not signed by everyone right away, it became official that day. The first person to sign was a guy by the name of John Hancock. It made sense. He was the president of the Second Continental Congress. He is famous for his signature on the Declaration of Independence because he wrote his signature with such big letters. You can see his signature here. Plus, this is a super cool signature. Do you see this H down here? That's really cool. There's like an H and a loop, and wow, that's awesome. That is so cool. Did you know you could visit Independence Hall today? Independence Hall, remember, is the place where Thomas Jefferson and the committee shared the Declaration of Independence with the Second Continental Congress. It's where the Declaration of Independence was voted on, and it's where the Declaration of Independence was signed by John Hancock and others. So just visit Independence Hall in Philadelphia if you want to see these cool green tablecloths in person. So the Declaration of Independence was signed, but it wasn't signed all at once, not at one time. And this is interesting, 56 people signed the Declaration of Independence. Isn't that incredible? 56 people!
How many people who are signed the Declaration of Independence?
Okay.
66. 66 is two-digit number of lottery for yesterday too. All right. 56, okay?
Okay.
Each China 50, 55, 56, 7, 8.
Share that with somebody right now. A dog, a cat, a person, a wall, okay? A desk. 56 people signed the Declaration of Independence. 56. Wow, that's a lot of people. The Declaration did exactly what it was supposed to do. It announced a new nation, the United States of America, and why the 13 colonies believed it was necessary to leave Great Britain. But it also stands as one of the most incredible historical documents of all time. Listen to these famous words from the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Thanks for learning about the
is the Declaration of Independence. Okay? And what year? For the 4th July in
1776.
1776.
Yes.
With 56 people who signed for the Declaration of Independence. Okay. And now this paper, the Declaration of Independence, more 187 years, keep in the Congress. Congress is mean the Parliament of America. When you went to America, you can see like a museum, very important, they keep.
Oh.
Yes, very important. Okay, and the second, president, Abraham Lincoln. Wow, the president Abraham Lincoln. He was the president number 16 of America. Okay, number 16.
Yes.
Abraham Lincoln, he was African American, the first dark skinned, the first African American president. How important? The most important of Abraham Lincoln is
left
yes,
hand. Right.
he free the
Free
slave
slaves.
to American return. Okay, he was a very very poor family. He came from very poor family. He was born in Kentucky state. Kentucky KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh, really?
Yes, KFC. K come
Oh.
from Kentucky, F fried, and C chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Uh, he was the lawyer. He was the lawyer. Okay? And he is, I'm sorry, he was the first people who built Republican Party.
Oh.
Last week I told you American have two party, Democrat and Republican. Abraham Lincoln he is like an establishment, understand, of
Mhm.
the Republican Party. Okay, and he freed the staff, the Texas state, in 1863. 1863. How many years from the Declaration of Independence? I can get right now.
One
1863.
nearly
18,
100 years.
yes, nearly 100. Because Thomas Jefferson, the third president, right? But Abraham Lincoln, number 16, nearly 100.
Mhm.
Probably 93 or 94 years different. Okay. And right now, Thomas Jefferson don't have image or picture for him, but Abraham Lincoln have, you know. Have you ever seen the picture of Abraham Lincoln before?
Yes.
Yes.
I used to search for him like a couple of days ago.
Okay, I would like to show you again. This video is going to learn about Abraham Lincoln biography. Okay,
Okay.
we watch together. Okay. Okay, let's go. Can you see it? Yes.
Yes.
Just a moment, please. Today is okay.
Get ready for a memorable time because in this video we are talking about the one and only Abraham Lincoln. But before we jump in, we want to hear from you. 7-year-old Kirsten from California said, I liked the video on producers and consumers. Thank you for letting us know. We are glad you enjoyed it. We also heard from 6-year-old Wyatt from Vancouver who said, I like Star Wars and I like your videos. That is so awesome. We like Star Wars a lot too. That was cool. Be sure and watch this video to the end to learn how you too could be featured on one of our videos. Well, as we mentioned earlier, in this video we are going to learn about Abraham Lincoln, one of the most famous presidents our nation has ever had and one of the most influential Americans to ever live. He is famous for his beard. Back then, a lot of people called beards whiskers, almost like a cat. Look, Mr. Whiskers, you have something in common with Abraham Lincoln. Oh. As fun as his beard was, he isn't just famous for what he looked like, he is famous for what he did. He served as president during some of the most challenging years in American history, saving our Union when we were in the midst of war and abolishing slavery. Let's look closely at the life of Abraham Lincoln starting from when he was a baby. It was a long time ago. Abraham Lincoln was born way back in 1809. This is a replica of the house where Abraham Lincoln was born. A replica is an exact copy of something. This is a replica of his birthplace so we can have an idea of the small, humble beginnings of this future leader. It was a one-room log cabin in Kentucky. When Abraham Lincoln was 7 years old, his family moved to Indiana. His dad was a hard worker, farming and working with wood as a carpenter. His parents taught their children about living a moral life and were very religious. They taught their children what was right and wrong on many issues, including slavery. Abraham Lincoln was taught how wrong slavery was, a belief he held throughout his life. Slavery was a terrible system that treated people like property. A slave had no rights and was forced to do whatever their owner told them to. Slavery is wrong, and it was wrong back then. There were many people who wanted to end it because they knew that every person
I mean, the slavery in America, and the time of President Abraham Lincoln, to compare with Thailand in what the king name.
I don't know.
The King Chulalongkorn or King Rama V, same time. King Chulalongkorn learned from Abraham Lincoln free the slave from American first, and 2 months later, the great King Chulalongkorn free slave from Thailand too. Yes.
Oh,
2
okay.
months before, because the great King Chulalongkorn or King Rama V free slave in Thailand the 1st of October, and in August about the 10 or 12, something like that, the Abraham Lincoln free the snap. Just maybe nearly 100, right? To now, 100 years. Great King Chulalongkorn. When were you born? Your mother, Mama, or she was born in the King Rama 8 or Rama 7 or Rama 9, maybe. I'm not sure.
9.
Rama 9.
Yeah.
Rama 9. Okay, and then we go.
should have rights. Now, as a young man, Abraham Lincoln was passionate about reading and writing. Here is a statue of young Abraham Lincoln found in Chicago. His neighbors used to think he was lazy because he preferred sitting down and enjoying books instead of going outside to do hard labor. He taught himself most things. While he would occasionally have teachers, it was never for very long. He loved reading and learning and wasn't afraid to teach himself. Later, when Abraham Lincoln was 22 years old, he struck out on his own, moving to New Salem in Illinois. It was from there that he once took goods by boat to New Orleans, where he saw slavery firsthand. He remembered what his parents taught him about slavery. No one could have guessed that he would be the person to abolish it. When he returned, he got busy. At the age of 23, he bought and ran a general store for a while, then shortly after served as a captain during the Black Hawk War and ran for political office for the very first time, losing an election. After losing the election, he became a lawyer, studying law all on his own. Remember, he loved learning and reading. Even though he lost his first election, he didn't want to give up. He ran again for office, but this time he won and served 4 terms in the Illinois House of Representatives. He was only 25 years old. It was during this time serving in the Illinois House of Representatives that he met Mary Todd, and they married in 1842 when Abraham Lincoln was 33 years old. They went on to have 4 children together. They moved to Springfield, Illinois, where they bought this home. It would be their home for 17 years. It was the only house that Abraham Lincoln ever owned. And here's the cool thing. The cool thing is that you can visit Abraham Lincoln's house in Springfield, Illinois today. You can visit his original house. Wow, that hair though. Woo, somebody get him a comb. After serving in the Illinois House of Representatives, he wanted to serve not just Illinois, but the entire United States. So he ran for the United States House of Representatives, but lost. But he was later able to serve a 2-year term. He wasn't done. He ran for the U.S. Senate against Stephen Douglas. His debates with Stephen Douglas are considered the best political debates in American history. While Abraham Lincoln did not win the election, the campaign against Douglas made Abraham Lincoln famous and set the stage for his campaign for the presidency of the United States. Notice, Abraham Lincoln didn't quit even after losing so many elections. He is a great example of not giving up. Abraham Lincoln finally ran for president, and he won. In 1861, he became the 16th president of the United States. Look, he has the beard! When Abraham Lincoln became president, the United States was divided over many issues, especially slavery. This is sad. Once Abraham Lincoln was elected, the South began the process of splitting away from the United States, which started what became known as the Civil War. The South set up their own...
The meaning of the Civil War. Civil War ก็คือสงครามกลางเมืองนะครับ because the white skin and the slavery who are living located in the south of America, it's African American, they have a conflict, because the white skin who live in the north and the east, not east, or the first 13th state. Okay, they disagree if Abraham Lincoln freed the South, white-skinned people, they fear in the future maybe the slavery or African American will be can purchase the land and be the property or the house or something like that, like this, and they troop together on the battle and have a civil war. That time, American people did not many, more 200,000. 200,000 people, virgin people too. I think Thailand maybe we have the civil war again,
Yeah.
As soon as maybe, right?
Yeah.
Because our the government, they do nothing, right? Did you watch TV, the speech of Prayut speech,
Oh,
he
yeah.
cannot pronounce about the name of vaccine, Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I also read it on Twitter and I was like,
yeah,
wow.
My niece, she's Patong too. She can pronounce it. She said, "Oh my God, what happened with the leader of Thailand?"
Oh.
I think your accent is better than him.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So shy, right? Yes. After COVID, when we go to travel and to another country, if they ask, where do you come from? I don't want to say I come from Thailand,
What a shame.
Maybe, I come from Singapore or Taiwan or Japan by this. And you too, I think your face, your characteristic is not like a tiger, Maybe the foreigner asks you, where you come from? Probably you can say I come from North Korea, right? Yes. All right. sorry, your name have to pronounce for come in, right?
Come in, yes.
Not come in like because have the northern singer for Lana come in too, right?
Yeah,
Come in.
but mine is
Similar.
like come in.
Come in, Lana come in. Do you know? Right?
Mm, I'm not sure.
The daughter of Kun Suntri Veshanon, right? You don't
I
know.
have no
Your
idea.
mother know. Your mother know.
Okay.
Kun Jalan Manokit like this for
Ah,
very old. Okay, and next, like this for the scope or information of Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Oh, he was Muslim. He not Christian. He is Islamic.
oh.
Only first president belief of Islam. Okay. And next, we go with the president of. Sorry. Okay. Thomas Woodrow Wilson. Okay. Thomas Woodrow Wilson. Thomas Woodrow Wilson. Do you know him?
No.
Thomas Woodrow Wilson. His time in the King Lama Seventh of Thailand. Right? Can you see for Thomas Woodrow Wilson? Oh, in Thai, this one for Thomas Woodrow Wilson. He The question for social science is who was the American president took American to join with the World War One.
Oh.
World War One is Thomas Woodrow Wilson. Okay, only one point. Okay, then we go with biography. This this is in Thai. Okay, Thomas Woodrow Wilson.
Mhm.
Okay, then we go.
โทมัส วูดโรว์ วินสัน เป็นรัฐบุรุษ นักกฎหมาย นักวิชาการชาวอเมริกัน และได้ดำรงตำแหน่งเป็นประธานาธิบดีคนที่ 28 ของสหรัฐอเมริกา ตั้งแต่ปีค.ศ. 1912 จนถึง 1921 เป็นระยะเวลาการดำรงตำแหน่ง 2 สมัย ภายหลังจากที่วินสันจบการศึกษาระดับปริญญาเอกในสาขารัฐศาสตร์จากมหาวิทยาลัยจอห์นส์ฮอปกินส์ หลังจากนั้นวินสันก็ได้เข้าสอนตามโรงเรียนต่างๆ นับตั้งแต่ในปีค.ศ. 1885 จนถึงค.ศ. 1888 เขาดำรงตำแหน่งเป็นศาสตราจารย์ประจำอยู่ที่วิทยาลัยไบรอันมาลจนถึงปีค.ศ. 1890 เขาย้ายไปเป็นศาสตราจารย์ด้านประวัติศาสตร์ที่มหาวิทยาลัยเวสเลย์นก่อนย้ายไปดำรงตำแหน่งเป็นศาสตราจารย์ด้านเศรษฐศาสตร์การเมืองที่มหาวิทยาลัยพินตันในปีค.ศ. 1892 และเขายังได้เป็นประธานสภาของพินตันอีกด้วยจนกระทั่งในปี 1902 เขาได้รับตำแหน่งเป็นอธิการบดีมหาวิทยาลัยพินตันนานจนถึงปี 1910 เลยทีเดียวในช่วงเวลานั้นเองเขาได้เป็นอธิการบดีเพียงคนเดียวที่ได้จบการศึกษาในระดับปริญญาเอกวิลสันเข้าสู่เส้นทางการเมืองในปีค.ศ. 1910 และในปีค.ศ. 1911 วิลสันก็ได้รับเลือกเป็นผู้ว่าการรัฐนิวเจอร์ซีย์ดำรงตำแหน่งจนถึงปีค.ศ. 1913 ในช่วงที่เขาเป็นผู้ว่าการรัฐนิวเจอร์ซีย์นั้นวิลสันแตกหักกับหัวหน้าพรรคและเอาชนะด้วยกระบวนการปฏิรูปก้าวหน้าหลายครั้งจากผลงานที่สร้างชื่อคือเสนอการปฏิรูปความก้าวหน้าของกฎหมายเพื่อปกป้องผลประโยชน์ของประชาชน
He was the commander or chairman of the New Jersey state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember New Jersey is one of the 13 states,
Yes.
right? Could you remind me for the name of 13 state now? Okay, can you remember? Yes, please, you can.
I'm not.
Because two questions they are for what name is not the name of 13 state. Okay,
Oh.
New Jersey, not and South,
North,
North Carolina and
South Carolina,
okay, try to remember.
Massachusetts.
Yes, and then New York,
Maryland.
Maryland, okay, Delano. Delaware,
Connecticut,
yes, and then
Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania,
New York.
and the biggest state under South Carolina is Georgia.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes, Georgia, Delaware, okay, New York, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and then New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Can you use it?
I can't
Yeah.
think any of
Okay,
it.
you try it. Okay, and next for biography of he establishment of Democrat Party, you know. The second party, Democrat in 1912, and Abraham Lincoln, Republican, right? Thomas Woodrow Wilson. His full
Also,
name
he
is
created the Democrat.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. His full name is Thomas Woodrow Wilson, but American say for Woodrow Wilson same people. Okay, because some choice, some question they ask for Thomas Woodrow Wilson. Maybe you not confused. Okay, same name, Thomas Woodrow Wilson or Woodrow Wilson. Okay. And next, political reform.
เขาได้รับการเสนอชื่อลงสมัครเลือกตั้งประธานาธิบดีที่งานประชุมพรรคเดโมแครตในปีค.ศ. 1912 และวิลสันก็ได้เอาชนะวิลเลียมฮาวเวิร์ดแทฟจากพรรครีพับลิกันจากผู้ท้าชิงพรรคก้าวหน้าอย่างทีโอดอร์ โรสเวลล์จนได้รับตำแหน่งประธานาธิบดีคนที่ 28 ของสหรัฐอเมริกาในปีค.ศ. 1912 ผลงานที่สำคัญของประธานาธิบดีวิลสันก็คือการปฏิรูปโครงสร้างภาษีอากรและก็การก่อตั้งระบบธนาคารกลางในรูปแบบระบบเงินสำรองของรัฐบาลกลางในปีค.ศ.
The National Bank of America is to control around the world. You know, American is only one country. They can print the banknote without gold. Understand?
Oh.
อเมริกาเป็นประเทศเดียวที่ปั๊มแบงก์ดอลลาร์แบงก์ธนบัตรเท่าไหร่ก็ได้โดยไม่ต้องมีทองคำไปเพราะว่าทุกประเทศอังกฤษรัสเซียไชน่าญี่ปุ่นไทยแลนด์ we must have
ทองไปแลก
ใช่แต่มันเป็นทองคำแท่งนะครับไม่ใช่เป็นแลกหมายถึงว่าเอาไปการันตีไปเทียบมาตรฐานที่ World Bank ก่อนแต่อเมริกาจนถึงปัจจุบันนะปั๊มเท่าไหร่ก็ได้คือมีสิทธิพิเศษจริงๆมันไม่แฟร์เพราะว่ามันเท่าไหร่โอเคแล้วทุกสกุลเงินเวลาแลกเปลี่ยนต่างจะเทียบเป็น US ดอลลาร์ทั้งนั้นนะครับต้องเทียบเป็น US ดอลลาร์
ระบบธนาคารกลางในรูปแบบระบบเงินสำรองของรัฐบาลกลางในปีค.ศ. 1917 โลกเข้าสู่ช่วงเวลาของสงครามโลกครั้งที่ 1 วิลสันได้นำสหรัฐอเมริกาเข้าร่วมกับฝ่ายสัมพันธมิตรเขาเป็นตัวตั้งตัวตีในการสร้างสันติภาพระหว่างฝ่ายสัมพันธมิตรและมหาอำนาจกลางจนภายหลังจากสงครามวิลสันประกาศข้อเสนอ 14 คะแนนซึ่งเป็นแผนการป้องกันสงครามในอนาคตเป็นการประกาศหลักการเพื่อให้เกิดสันติภาพสิ่งเหล่านี้เองระบุไว้ในสุนทรพจน์ของเขาในวันที่ 8 มกราคม ค.ศ. 1918 และวิลสันก็ได้รับการ
January 8 โอเค8 มกราถือว่าเป็นวันหยุดวันหนึ่งวันหยุดราชการนอกจากวันชาติ 4 กรกฎาคมแล้วนะครับเขาถือว่าเป็นวันวูดโรวินสันด้วยเพราะว่าเป็นวันที่เขาโชว์สปีช American not many public holiday, you know, not say in Thailand. One year have 4 or 5 for Christmas and Easter, Independence Day, the 4th July and January 8th. Like this. Okay.
8 มกราคม ค.ศ. 1918 และวิลสันก็ได้รับการยอมรับโดยทั่วไปจากประเทศในยุโรปในคราวนั้นเองและสุนทรพจน์ของวิลสันเองก็ได้ปรับเปลี่ยนทัศนคติหลายอย่างของสหรัฐอเมริกาและนำมาซึ่งรางวัลโนเบลสาขาสันติภาพ ที่เขาได้รับในปีค.ศ. 1919 ในบั้นปลายชีวิตวิลสันเผชิญกับอาการป่วยของโรคเส้นเลือดสมองตีบอย่างรุนแรงในเดือนตุลาคมค.ศ. 1919 เขาจึงลาออกจากการดำรงตำแหน่งเป็นประธานาธิบดีในปีค.ศ. 1921 และถึงแก่อสัญกรรมในค.ศ. 1924 วิลสันมีความสำคัญในระดับผู้วางรากฐานอย่างน้อย 2 สาขาวิชาด้วยกันคือ International Affairs หรือสาขาวิชาการต่างประเทศและสาขาวิชา Public Administration หรือรัฐประศาสนศาสตร์ในส่วนของสาขาวิชาที่ 2 Public Administration ก็ว่าด้วยเรื่องการวางรากฐานในเรื่องของการแยกการบริหารงานภาครัฐและการดำเนินนโยบายสาธารณะออกมาเป็นศาสตร์เฉพาะทางแยกออกจากการศึกษาด้านการเมืองและปัญหาทางรัฐธรรมนูญด้วย
ถ้าหนูเรียนอินเตอร์จุฬาก็ GD มันยื่นด้วยคณะรัฐศาสตร์นะครับได้เรียนวิชา4 เล่มของทฤษฎีการเมืองของวินสันด้วยโทมัสฟูโรวินสันเพราะว่าเขาจะมีวิชา Public Policy นโยบายสาธารณะและก็การระหว่างประเทศด้วยทางรัฐศาสตร์ทุกมหาวิทยาลัยยกย่องให้เป็นเหมือนกับ the father of political science too because he wrote the theory of political science, public administration, the public policy, and the international affairs. ก็จะมีสาขาการระหว่างประเทศอะไรนี้จนมาก็เป็นทูตเป็นอะไรก็น่าสนใจนะเผื่ออยากเรียน
ก็น่าเรียนค่ะ
Yes, and they choose many languages for not only English, maybe the second, the third. My student, she can speak 40 languages. She study in this faculty 40 languages.
Wow.
She come from Phuket, but she not learn. I don't know. She learned in the commercial for only 4 subjects, 4 languages: English, French, Chinese, and Korean. Another language. She like learning by doing, She learn from YouTube, but she can communicate fluently.
Whoa.
She can speak Russian, Arabic, Vietnamese, Myanmar, Hong Kong, and Malaysia. Many languages. 40 languages. Crazy, And you too. How many languages can you speak? 4, right? Chinese, English.
Yeah.เคยเรียน Chinese อยู่
and Korean, right? You can.
안녕하세요.
Okay. The biography of Thomas Robinson. And next, อันนี้เขาถามแค่ว่าใครที่นำอเมริกาเข้าสู่สงครามโลกครั้งที่ 1มีข้อเดียวซึ่งมันถามซ้ำๆก็ต้องโทมัสโรบินสันเพราะว่านักเรียนจะไปจำสลับกับอีกคนหนึ่งหลังจากนี้ก็คือแฟรงคลิน ดี รูสเวลต์ซึ่งจะเล่าให้ฟังต่อไปนะครับเขาทำให้เยอะที่เยอะก็จะมีจอห์น เอฟ เคนเนดีกับอับราฮัม ลินคอล์นมีอยู่2 ข้อนะครับต่อไป number 32 คนนี้ก็สำคัญเพราะว่าพาอเมริกาเข้าสู่สงครามโลกครั้งที่ 2ครับไม่ใช่ครั้งที่ 1นะครับโอเคแฟรงคลิน ดี รูสเวลต์alright แฟรงคลิน ดี รูสเวลต์โทมัส เจฟเฟอร์สันWorld War I right and Franklin D. Roosevelt FDR เขาจะย่อว่า FDR นะครับในข้อสอบคนมีการ
FDR came from an aristocratic family. He was a cousin of Teddy Roosevelt. He was to the manor born, but he was also a man of the people.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt was born in Hyde Park, New York on January 30th, 1882. He was an only child. In 1900, Roosevelt entered Harvard University, where he became romantically involved with his 5th cousin.
Roosevelt had met Eleanor Roosevelt when they were children, and then they reconnected when he was a student at Harvard. They married quite young, and they had 5 children in a short amount of time.
FDR entered public service by running for and winning the New York State Senate seat in 1910. Later, President Wilson appointed him Assistant Secretary of the Navy.
In 1920, Roosevelt ran for vice president on the Democratic ticket. It was a devastating loss, one of the biggest landslides in history. In 1921, at age 39, FDR contracted polio.
He was was the most handsome American too ชื่อว่าเป็นประธานาธิบดีที่หล่อที่สุดของอเมริกันนะครับแต่ว่าที่ก็ถามสองข้อคือhe took American to join with the World War II, right? And American conflict with one country in Asia. Do you know what country? Japan. Okay. Japan took a bomb at Pearl Harbor of America.
Oh yes.
And FDR of Franklin D. Roosevelt took a nuclear bomb at Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan. You know, stop Japan. You remember? Hiroshima เป็นคนที่ออกคำสั่งให้ทิ้งเขาเรียกระเบิดปรมาณูเลยอะตอมิกบอมเลยไม่หยุดอ่ะตอนนั้นเนี่ยไอ้ญี่ปุ่นเนี่ยเขาเหมือนกับเหลิงเกินไงเขาสร้างทางรถไฟทั่วผ่านไทยด้วยนะผ่านกาญจนบุรีทางรถไฟสายมรณะนะฮะสร้างจากไปพม่าไปอินเดียคือเขาถือว่าเขาแบบกองทัพญี่ปุ่นแข็งแกร่งเนี่ยถ้าเขาไม่ไปโจมตีเพิร์ลฮาร์เบอร์ท่าเรือของอเมริกันก่อนอาจจะไม่ถูกบอมทีนี้แฟรงคลิน ดี รูสเวลต์ก็บอกว่าทำยังไงให้จุดก็เลยต้องบอมฮิโรชิมาโอเค the first city half past 8 in the morning bomb and more 600 Japanese pass away 600,000 oh yes 600,000 and tomorrow Nagasaki 500,000 Japanese people pass away too จนสมเด็จพระจักรพรรดิฮิโรฮิโตะบอกไม่ไหวก็ยกธงขาวสมัยก่อนญี่ปุ่นเป็นธงพระอาทิตย์แล้วตรงกลางมันจะเป็นสีแดงนะครับทุกวันนี้เขาสลับกันจะเป็นพื้นสีแดงแล้วไอ้พระอาทิตย์ข้างบนเป็นสีขาวเพราะว่าคำว่าสีขาวคือมีที่มาว่ายกธงขาวก็คือยอมแพ้ญี่ปุ่นก็ยอมเปลี่ยนไอ้พระอาทิตย์จากธงของเขาเป็นสีขาวมันมีที่มาไปดูธงญี่ปุ่นเคยเห็นธงญี่ปุ่นใช่ไหมมันจะเป็นสีแดงเพราะว่าตอนนั้นคือญี่ปุ่นก็ปิดประเทศclose the country more 12 years แล้วคนญี่ปุ่นก็ไม่ยอมรับอะไรที่เป็นฝรั่งเป็นอเมริกันแม้กระทั่งภาษาอังกฤษเขาก็ไม่เอาปิดประเทศเขาเปิดประเทศกลายเป็นว่าเจริญมาก develop country you know yes okay next ฟังต่อนะครับ for FDR thanking you
and it forever changed his life.
He had been vigorous as John F. Kennedy and being a great athlete, and suddenly he couldn't do any of that.
A lot of people were not aware of just how paralyzed he was. They knew that he had leg difficulties, but that he couldn't walk at all because there were no pictures of him, you know, in that wheelchair.
In 1932, Roosevelt was elected President of the United States.
He was a disabled man, you know. เขาเป็นคนพิการนะครับคือขาเขาเสียแล้วท่านนั่งวีลแชร์ตลอดชีวิตมาแล้ว But he can develop American civilization.
The country was in the midst of the worst economic depression it had ever seen. Within his first 100 days in office, Roosevelt began the New Deal, a series of economic programs focused on relief, recovery, and reform.
Financial markets were in free fall. FDR came into office and said, we're going to have to deal with this. He said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. FDR knew exactly when to give voice to the American people, give them hope. And he had the genius of doing these radio fireside chats.
When Roosevelt came in, it was almost as though he turned things around by the force of his personality.
By 1939, the world was on the brink of war. Hostilities in Europe and Asia were well underway.
FDR was a student of military affairs. So during the late 1930s, when he could see what was going on in Europe, he came up with the phrase that America will be the arsenal for democracy. He very skillfully played the isolationist, saying this is not America's war, but at the same time, in the back rooms of the White House, they were preparing the arsenal for democracy.
FDR was able to build support for the war by introducing the four freedoms: freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from fear, and freedom from want. These became, in many ways, the ideological justification for the United States' entry on the side of the Allies.
On December 8, 1941, Congress declared war on Japan. Germany and Italy then declared war on the United States. America had entered World War II.
Anti-war sentiment dissolved overnight in this country, and we were very much behind the war.
It is the greatest single event in the history of mankind, World War II. It was fought on 6 of the 7 continents.
Enough for FDR or Franklin D. Roosevelt. Okay, for the last president, John F. Kennedy, I would like you come in to show me for a little bit of a highlight of the president. Okay, the first, Thomas Jefferson. Can you remember a little bit? Who was the Thomas Jefferson? Highlight.
Thomas Jefferson Declaration of Independence.
Yes. Okay. And then what else? When he was declared Nation of Independence, what date, what month, and what year?
4th July
Uh-huh.
1776.
Okay.
I can't remember.
All right. And next, the president number 16, President Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. He built Republican Party and freed the slaves.
Republican Party. Okay. And then we free the slave.
And Civil War happened. I don't know.
Okay. And next, Thomas Wilson.
Democrat Party he created, right? And National Bank.
Thomas Wilson, he took American to join with the World War I too.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And the National Bank. Okay. National Bank and about taxes.
Yes.
Okay.
The rule passed.
International trade. Okay. And next, Franklin D. Roosevelt.
World War II.
Yes. World War II.
Yes, I noted just then.
Okay. World War II.
Oh, and he talked about 4 freedoms.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the last, President John F. Kennedy. Oh, his biography very sad. He passed away during the position of president. A gunman killed him. All right, John F.
Yes.
Have the movie too. Who killed Kennedy? Have you ever watched? 25 years ago.
Oh.
Okay. Then we go only 4 minutes, right? Kennedy, nearly the present time. John F. Kennedy, the president number 34.
Kennedy presented himself as the anti-Eisenhower. And what he said to the nation was, we need a young, vibrant, activist president. And it was the perfect campaign strategy.
John Kennedy is elected in 1960, the dawn of a new decade. There's this juxtaposition by an older president leaving office and this new, younger, vigorous person succeeding him. And Kennedy, in some ways, was the first president to be a media creation.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Yes, his speech appear on the test too. Do not ask the country do uh, anything to you, but should ask you can do anything to your country ก็คือเจ้าของสุนทรพจน์นะอย่าถามว่าอเมริกันประเทศอเมริกาให้อะไรกับคุณแต่จงถามว่าคุณได้ให้อะไรกับอเมริกาได้ his speech again we come back again for his speech
Country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
And so he comes into office with this young wife, these young children, and it's a completely different world all of a sudden, almost out of nowhere.
He was a reader, he was an intellectual, and that was a strength. He was also vastly inexperienced, and it took him a little while to get going. He, like Roosevelt, brought to Washington the smartest people he could find.
One of the character traits that President Kennedy had that I think helped lead to success was his willingness to take advice. You know, some leaders know what they know, but not necessarily know what they don't know. And President Kennedy understood that he was relatively inexperienced. And one of the really smart things he did was surround himself with really experienced people.
One of the great strengths of Kennedy was that he was a young man and able to learn.
There's been a lot written and said about President Kennedy and his leadership and his performance. And we can't help but wonder the extent to which some of that is perhaps overstated as a function of the way in which he was assassinated. But what we do know is that President Kennedy was a visionary.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal.
President who developed NASA organization, you know, NASA ก็เป็นองค์กรพัฒนาอวกาศนะครับแล้วก็เขาเป็นประธานาธิบดีที่ส่งมนุษย์อวกาศไปเหยียบดวงจันทร์สมัยเขายูริกาการีนิลอาร์มสตรอง you know to the moon
Before this decade is out, of landing a man
and use American flag. Wow, the first country of the world, so proud, you know. Neil Armstrong, the first American man, and Yuri Gagarin, you know.
Man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
What would have happened if he had lived? You know, historians will debate that forever. But we can only talk about the past. We don't know the what ifs. And yet we can see that Kennedy was moving somewhere.
President Kennedy put, for the first time, some electricity into the White House. People wanted to know what was going on with the first family. And I think helped fundamentally change the way in which people view the president. I think President Kennedy's lasting impact on the presidency was the way in which he made it seem larger than life. But he was able to create a narrative about the presidency and a narrative about his family that has endured for the 55 years since his assassination.
I would characterize the Kennedy presidency as one of promise of unfulfilled potential. But whether those promises would have been fulfilled, we will never know.
It was the last speech. This time is Dallas City at Texas, you know, and a gunman shoot him pass away here, you know, on the 22nd of November 1963. He was passed away. 22nd November 1963, right? And so sad, you know, American 3 days or like a very with him and go down with the fact for 2 days, right? Okay, finish for the most important president of America to be appear on your test, right? And next, before you go to the test, file that I sent you that file for 9/11 do you know 9/11 เกิดยังตอน11 กันยายน 9/11 no World Trade Center in
Oh.
No, can you remember that time มันเกิดอะไรขึ้นกับ9/11 Can you remember
The plane crash.
Yes how many planes
Two? Is it
planes yes 2 planes yes 2 planes or what the terrorists TERRORIST terrorists do you understand the meaning
In the world of finance, we're often quick to forget the tragedies of the past. Yet,
right the terrorists from Osama bin Laden from Saudi Arabia and true the road trip okay I have a video to show you okay we go together and then after finish we do the test okay then we go 9/11 very sad very tragedy a lot of people okay then we go
Number 1 is in staff, and our 5 is in staff.
Dan Buttercup from Washington. A situation where Americans learn of possible hijack.
What's going on, Betty? The crash is erratic again. Problem, very right. Betty, talk to me. Betty, are you there? Betty? Betty?
lose on radar hijack
What?
What's
The 737?
Say what?
The World Trade Center. Who are you talking to? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
United 175, New York. We have some problems over here right now. We might have a hijack over here, 2 of them.
Jules, this is Ryan. On an airplane that's been hijacked. If things don't go well, I'm going to do good. I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good. So happy this time. Same to my parents and everybody. And I just totally love you. And I'll see you later, Jefferson. Bye, Dave.
oh my god
What are those people going to do? All the elevators are blocked out.
and broken
Oh my god, so both towers are now.
Okay, I got an aircraft 6 miles east of the White House.
Hello?
Crystal City, just north of Crystal City.
Just to the north of your town.
Yeah, stop all departures.
Pentagon just got hit. Don't say that. God damn it, I can't even protect my NCA. United 93, that traffic for you is 1 o'clock, 12 miles eastbound 370.
Negative contact, we're looking United 93.
United 93, Cleveland, if you hear the sound right then.
I got that bit to knock. You remain to be. You have the ball for
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much. And I'm so sorry, baby. I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
We're 56865. We have, I believe it is a Boeing 757. Can you see him up there, sir?
That's concerned. It looks like he's rocking his wings.
Roger.
He's rocking back and forth.
We're 56865. I advise you stay away from that aircraft. Go north as fast as you can.
United 93. Have you got information on that yet?
Yeah, he's down.
He's down?
Yes.
When did he land?
He did not land.
Oh, he's down?
Yeah, somewhere up northeast of Camp David.
join me. I just want to let you know I love you, and I'm freaking myself in New York. There's lots of smoke, and we just wanted you to know that I love you.
People each wing passed away.
At number 2 World Trade Center, right? Maybe the students in the talking. We're not ready to die, but it's getting bad.
I'm on the 83rd floor. I'm gonna die, aren't I? No. I'm gonna die. Ma'am, say your prayers. We're gonna think positive because you gotta help each other get off the floor. I'm gonna die. I know.
The new type of war. That's what it is.
Okay, so sad.
Yes.
Each week, more than 87 people, working people pass away. Oh my God. In the morning too. In the morning, many people start for working for the first hour, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that time in Thailand, in the evening already, maybe 7 or 8 night time, right? Oh, so bad. Okay, then we go for the test. You know, I think for all information can help you for the test. For social science, I mean, I want you to totally we have 35. I want number 1 to number 15 first. Okay, social test. Okay.
Social, okay.
Right, 1 to 15 first, and then I will give the key to you. Please remember this is the real GED test to help you, right? On off things, right? Okay, try attention. In 15, I hope at least 10 up, okay? You can?
My...
You try, yes, you try, okay? Okay. Not under the pressure.
Okay.
Okay. 1 to 15 first. And now, Camille, you are in what number?
I just done it
8.
already. No. I mean 15 already.
Okay.
It's quite hard.
No, not hard. I will give the answer for surprisingly, right? At least 10, right? Maybe you full score 15, right? Number one. Okay, the answer is C. The attack on the Twin Tower. Twin Tower is World Trade Center, and Pentagon building. Pentagon is about the Defense Ministry of America, เป็นอาคารแปดเหลี่ยมเขาเรียกอาคารกองทัพกระทรวงกลาโหมของอเมริกานะครับ for the Defense Ministry correct wow good 1 point and number 2 which sentiment is closest to express President Bush means George W. Bush, the answer
Bush.
is
I answered C.
C again people. And number 3 after speech given by President Bush, United States invaded occupy what country?
C.
E. Afghanistan, not Saudi Arabia. Afghanistan. Because Osama bin Laden, he escaped after bomb attack. He is ordering for the kamikaze, to bomb World Trade Center and the Pentagon building, and then he escaped. He free FLWE, understand, to Afghanistan, to Kabul. Okay, number C. Number 4, C.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, 2 points already. And number the chart say for refer to the following graph. United States and unemployment rate. Do you understand? Unemployment means jobless.
Yes.
Jobless. And according to percentage, calculate
1.1.
1.1. Yes, correct. 1.1. Good. And number 6.
May.
B.
Yes, B.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
And employment rate. And number 7.
The number 7, is it A, B, D?
Prostatism. And D is okay. D. But the answer is C. Okay. C, D. Two. C and D. Diplomacy and C and D. Okay. And number 8.
A.
Your answer is?
I answered A.
Yes. Correct. Good. And number 9. Young men volunteer to join the military. 5,000. Some were draft. And the question?
I answered A too.
A, yes, very good.
Okay.
It's because many people who had previously. Wow. You miss only 2, right?
No, I'm going to miss these ones a lot, I guess.
I need at least 10. Okay, not wrong, more than 5. Okay. Number 9, your answer
A.
Already, right?
Yes, already.
And number 10, number 10. Oh, the map refer to the foreign map region recognize the U.S. environment. okay, which the federal regulatory, and in which of the following would EPA most preferably regulate timber animal species? Region number 6, B.
Oh, I
Texas,
answered
Texas.
D.
Correct.
No.
And number 11, your answer is
B.
yes. Region 2 and 5. Wow. Good. Wow. We have nearly. And now you miss only 3, right?
Yes.
3 or 4? 3.
3.
Okay, number 12, your answer is region
1.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's good. And 13, from 1760 to early 19, there was a flowering of technological innovation, leading to the following inventions. The
I
three
answered
mentioned. Your answer is
C.
Wow, that's amazing. Evolution ก็คือการปฏิวัติอุตสาหกรรม Wow. Have only 2. I think pass sure. And 14, the innovation described above directly led to increase in production on all the following except
B.
Yay! And the last. Okay.
The last one.
Number 15.
I answered C.
C. Russia to Alaska. Right?
Okay.
Can you remember Russia to Alaska? And then American purchased Alaska from Soviet or Russia, right?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, you passed! Wow, I'm happy. Wow, I will tell your mom today. Big
Okay.
dinner, right? Big dinner. Okay. Your home have delivery.
Hmm?
Your home have on almost delivery. Panda or Lineman like this. Or COVID time not, right?
I think
Serve or not?
they're still here. They can do.
Okay, and next one number 15 to 30. Okay, on because they are 35. Okay, from 16 to 35. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Wow. 16 to 35. 16. We need 14. Okay.
Okay, I'm done. You forgot to unmute your mic.
Okay.
Okay.
We try to go to restroom for a minute. No?
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm going to turn.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay. Number 16. Which of the following countries were united territories immediately before the World War One? Oh, very easy.
I answered B.
This one is A. Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary in the past is one empire, or only one country.
Oh.
Only one country. Germany and Ottoman different. Ottoman is Turkey, Turkey, not Turkey. Turkey, not Germany. The answer is A. Okay. 16. And 17. Totalitarianism is a government characterized by
A.
Yes, economic prosperity. Okay. And on of the following country at some time. 18. The dog, Switzerland.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Wow. And
19A.
Social study. Can you see for destruction of Boston Harbor? Boston Harbor. Yes, throwing boxes of tea into the harbor protest the British colonial, Okay. And 20
B.
A.
Wow.
Celebrating. And 21
B.
Which word could substitute for yes, B. Okay, correct. Legal is in-law, right? And illegal is out of law. Okay. And 22
C.
Yes. C. Why C? Kansas-Nebraska Act was intended to be novel and democratic ways to deal with the issue of slavery. Okay. And 23, the term of breeding Kansas.
C.
A, the violence.
Oh, at first I answered A,
conflict.
but I changed.
Why? One, a number of pro and anti-slavery Okay, move into Kansas. And 24 is
D.
yes, protesting. Okay. 25, what is the map? What is the mean? Refer to the following map. The map of Indiana. Indiana above the lady portrait. B boy. Okay.
Yes.
25. Wow. Good. 26. The time of anti.
26. I don't know. I answered B.
26A 1975 to 18. And 27A commercial goal. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Accept commercial goal. Okay. And 28.
D.
Yes, limited federal power. Okay, not federalist. And 29. What is the picture? Refer to the photograph. Bunker, do you know bunker and
I
protection
answered
for the
Vietnam.
soldier. 29 is B. World War One.
Oh, okay.
You should what?
I
Civil
should
War?
be Vietnam War.
No, not Vietnam. Vietnam War and Korean War after World War Two. World War One is for a long time, you know. They don't have high technology, and the soldier must be dig the earth and keep themselves to protect themselves like this. Okay. You know, American have 4-digit number. Only president know this 4-digit number. This time is President Joe Biden. If Joe Biden open this 4-digit number, you know, take a nuclear, come from New York to North Korea to Pyongyang in 17 minutes. Do you know? Yes, 17 minutes. Too fast.
17.
17 minutes from New York to North Korea. And number, what number? 20, 30?
30.
T.
Oh, really? I answered B.
Protectionism. And 31. The chart information for World War One to compare World War One and World War Two. You know, left hand and right hand. Okay, same for alliance power and different Britain and France, United States. And which of the following country was aligned with United States in both World War, but would later become the World War political opponent? The answer is
A.
D.
Oh.
Soviet Union or Russia. Later become Cold War, you know, Cold War, it means they're not fly, they not use bomb or weapons or nuclear, you know. Cold War, they fly with economic competition for trade. After the Second World War, opponent Soviet. In the past, Soviet Union is the leader of communism, you know, and America is the leader of democracy. Understand? And and after the Second World War finished, the world become to a Cold War. Okay, 31 is Soviet Union. Now Soviet Union is Russia. All right, and 32. Which of the following country was enemy? Understand enemy, right? It in power in both World War, but would later become a Cold War.
German?
Wow, very good, correct. German. German. What is the capital of German? Berlin.
Oh,
And the capital of China.
What? I
China,
can't remember what I
Beijing, China, and the capital of Japan,
Tokyo.
and the capital of Russia. Soviet Union, or now is Russia. The capital of Russia.
I have no idea. Yes, you have to.
Moscow. Okay, and then we go to number 33. Refer to the following pie chart. Soviet prisoner war, 20%, and the Soviet Jews, Polish Jews, Ukrainian, Belarusian, in many countries for the date, Holocaust date. Okay, and number 33. The chart above support which of the following statement?
B.
Yes. Okay. And 34. The Hercules Accord dealing which major war?
A or B.
Major war. Major war is mean World War II. Mean dog. Dog. Okay. And 35. Suppose economies will make the following statement. When a country debt lies above 90% gross domestic product or GDP is called the growth of the economy too slow. Therefore, high debt cause low economic growth. The question, which of the following statement would best weaken the feeling of yes? Okay, correct. When a country debt is below 90% GDP growth, good. Okay. And then, wow. Okay, correct. Congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations. And then we go with science. Science is not difficult, I think. What do you think? Is it difficult?
Maybe it is.
Maybe what?
Maybe it is difficult. Or maybe not.
Maybe for a shepherd for not shepherd for some. Okay, please do from number 1 until number 15 first.
To number
15.
Okay.
I will go with the same practice. And then you see same practice.
until 15 already?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
show you.
I'm not sure about the first question, like how to answer the first.
Genotype. Do you know? Have you ever studied about genotype before?
Yes.
Remember?
Mhm.
I will show you here for different for
The first.
genotype and phenotype. Okay. I have a video for you. Can you see it? How different between genotype and phenotype?
Yes.
Okay. Just a moment, please.
จะมาพูดคำสองคำนี้นะคะคือคำว่า genotype กับคำว่า phenotype นะคะว่ามันคืออะไรกันแน่ซึ่งคำสองคำเนี่ยเราจะพบอยู่ในวิชาวิทยาศาสตร์ในเรื่องของพันธุกรรมนะคะถ้าพร้อมแล้วไปดูกันเลยนะคะคุณครูขออนุญาตพูดคำแรกก่อนคำว่า genotype นะคะ genotype มันคืออะไรมันคือลักษณะหรือว่ารูปแบบของยีนที่มันอยู่ภายในร่างกายของเราซึ่งเราไม่สามารถมองเห็นได้นะคะและไอ้เจ้า genotype เนี่ยมันจะส่งผลไปต่อการแสดงลักษณะภายนอกซึ่งเราจะเรียกมันว่า phenotype เพราะฉะนั้น genotype เป็นอย่างไรลักษณะที่ปรากฏออกไปเราเรียกว่า phenotype จะเป็นแบบนั้นเพราะฉะนั้นมาดูตัวแรกก่อนนะคะ genotype นะคะเรายังแบ่งย่อยได้อีก2ประเภทนะคะจริงๆมันมี3นะแต่ในระดับชั้นม.ต้นนะคะคุณครูจะสอนแค่2แบบก็คือแบบที่1เราเรียกว่า homozygous genotype กับแบบที่2 heterozygous genotype อย่าเพิ่งงงนะคะไปดูต่อนะคะเจ้าแบบแรก homozygous genotype คุณครูบอกแล้วนะ genotype มันคือยีนที่อยู่ภายในร่างกายของเราซึ่งมันเป็นตัวควบคุม phenotype ที่ให้แสดงออกไปทีนี้เจ้า homozygous genotype มันแปลว่าอะไรมันแปลว่าพันธุ์แท้ซึ่งพันธุ์แท้เราก็รู้อยู่แล้วว่ามันมีพันธุ์แท้2แบบคือพันธุ์แท้แบบลักษณะเด่นกับพันธุ์แท้แบบลักษณะด้อยนะคะศัพท์ภาษาอังกฤษที่เรียกว่าพันธุ์แท้ลักษณะเด่นเราใช้คำว่า homozygous dominant นะคะทีนี้เจ้ายีนที่ควบคุมลักษณะพันธุ์แท้แบบเด่นคือต้องเป็นตัวอักษรพิมพ์ใหญ่ด้วยกันทั้งคู่เพราะฉะนั้นถ้าเราเห็นลักษณะที่ใหญ่จับคู่กับทีใหญ่แสดงว่าเป็นจีโนไทป์แบบโฮโมไซกัสที่ปรากฏลักษณะเด่นนักเรียนจำได้ไหมท่าทีส่วนใหญ่เราจะให้สัญลักษณ์ในเรื่องของอะไรคะความสูงเพราะฉะนั้นแสดงว่าจีโนไทป์ตัวนี้เป็นสูงพันธุ์แท้อีกแบบนึงนะคะเราเรียกว่าโฮโมไซกัสrecessive นะคะคือเป็นลักษณะพันธุ์แท้แบบด้อยในเมื่อทีใหญ่มันเป็นสูงทีเล็กก็ต้องเป็นเตี้ยเพราะฉะนั้นทีเล็กคู่กับทีเล็กแสดงว่าจีโนไทป์ควบคุมอันนี้หมายความว่าเตี้ยแท้นะคะเตี้ยแท้เอาเคนะแบบแรกนะคะจีโนไทป์แบบโฮโมไซกัสจีโนไทป์ก็คือแบบพันธุ์แท้เด่นก็เป็นพิมพ์ใหญ่ทั้งคู่กับพันธุ์แท้ลักษณะด้อยต้องเป็นพิมพ์เล็กทั้งคู่นะคะมันเป็นยีนที่มาเข้าคู่กันไม่สามารถเห็นด้วยตาเปล่าแต่มันอยู่ภายในร่างกายของเรานะคะอีกแบบหนึ่งจีโนไทป์ที่ไม่ได้เป็น
And number one, you don't understand what you do, right? They said for how to mark x point.
Yes.
This one,
I just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to compare with population size and term. The answer is here. You can mark here for x. Can you see it? Yes.
I can't see the screen.
X is here. X, okay.
I can't see the screen.
Cannot. Sorry. Okay. Here. X is here. Is okay? Correct?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Equation below. Carrying capacity. Okay. X mark and X here. Okay. And number 2.
C.
Yes. number 3, 2 individuals have children. What livelihood? 50%. Okay?
Yeah, I answered 50%.
Very good. Oh, you are very good in science.
I learned science math program when I was
Science only from grade 8 and grade 9, Matheum 2 to Matheum 3, not difficult. Like biology, something like that.
but biology in grade 10 is very difficult.
Really?
Yeah.
Physics, the most difficult on chemistry is biology. I think it's very easy for me, right?
Yes, but I think the hardest one is
How
physics.
difficult? You must good memory, something like that.
Yeah.
And number 4, the genotype ratio of the Punnett square, the base is okay. Select.
One by one.
Yes. For test, you click mouse with your left hand and you put here. Do you understand? Okay. Right. And then number 5, the answer is
A.
Yes, for respiration. Wow, got it. Okay. And number 6, where's number 6?
Stay constant.
Sorry. Number 6, accelerate. Decrease and decrease, okay? Decrease.
Oh, decrease.
Up on the top, above, decrease, and below, decrease, decrease, and decrease. Okay, select chocolate to decrease, and liquid to decrease again, decrease and decrease. And 7.
Number 7, C.
Yes, fine. Holding hand with individual. Yes, C. Correct. And number 8, very easy. Approximately, how many individuals that actually go? 2,500?
Yes.
Okay. How to calculate?
Just times to 500 times
2010 minus 2014, right? Is 500, and 500 times 5, right? Equal 2,500.
Yes.
Okay, good. And number 9, which of the following statement is true?
B.
The boy or the dog?
I answered B.
Correct. The number, yes. And number 10. Select again. Number 10. Select.
It's aerobic and anaerobic.
Yes. Wow. Good. Very good. Wow. Excellent. You want to be the scientist? And a little bit difficult for 11, which is average systolic pressure of subject.
88.52.
B, okay?
Oh, D.
Yes, B boy, correct?
Oh, okay.
And
12.
What is the median pressure of subject?
132.6.
2.6.
Yes.
Okay. And
I guess this.
you can, but all correct. Wow.
No, I mean number 13.
Place and for 13, B boy.
Oh, I
Tibetan
answered
boundary.
convergence.
Why is B? The question required for boundary, okay, B. And 14, where's 14? Okay, have two on the left hand and right hand. Okay, for uh, renewable, you can choose A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Renewable on the left hand, renewable.
BCE.
BCE and BCE is okay. And D.
Oh, I answered only BCE.
B B B C D E. Okay. B C
Oh, D.
D2. And next, okay, A F G.
Yes.
And 15. The image. Puff depicts. Okay. 13. 13 is
13 we answered already.
yes, and 14. 15 next. 15.
Mm-hmm. A.
Yes, where the food web is very easy. Yes, deduct, right?
A.
Producer and just and what is the last one?
The last one. Hawk and muskrat.
Well, 15 you miss only 1 point, 1 number, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Number 13.
Well, I think you are keen on in the science and IOA, right? what about math? What do you think? Math easy too. We can use calculator. You can use calculator.
Yeah, maybe if I work hard.
Okay, come in there 15 minutes, but relax. Okay, have you ever played for the last? Sorry, I would like to use chat box is better. Share. Stop to share like this. Okay, can you see on my chat box? I say hi to you. Yes, sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Can you type vocabulary in chat to me? This is the last vocabulary. Have you ever played the last vocabulary?
No. Never.
I want now. Okay, I want to show you for example. Occupation, and then you should start with N for now. But I call for the alphabet. You know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like this. If you write for long, not like a nurse. If you are yes or no, I need for long. Okay, for example. Okay, and then I will start again. Okay, after me. Okay, then we go newspaper. The last only noun. Okay, not verb, not adjective. Okay. Wow. I cannot. Okay, no. All right. Okay. Wow. Oh.
A lot of N I give you.
Oh my God. Like a B sound.
I'm thinking.
Why?
I can't think of one.
Oh my God. Okay. Right again, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
can't think of anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to guess one.
Okay, so next we change why start from country, okay?
Oh.
Okay, country.
Country.
Yemen. Yemen. Do you know Yemen? Yemen located in the west of Asia. Okay, N. Start with N. The country. Oh wow.
Oh, I don't know much about country.
Dominican, a small country nearby, located near Caribbean Sea, above Cuba and Honduras. Okay, in again. In Asia, on the top of India, between India and Pakistan, located on the Himalaya mountain.
Nepal.
Yes, Nepal.
How can we spell Nepal?
Nepal.
Okay. Oh, this is hard.
Oh. Only one country start. Two countries, Yemen and this start with Y near Germany and Poland. Between Austria, Germany, Poland, and Hungary. Can you remember? Prague. Do you know Prague?
No.
Okay, I will give the answer for you. You go.
Wow.
All right. Okay, start with E.
I'm trying to think harder than this one.
Many. E, country. Many. Start with E. Canberra, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth.
Oh.
Tasmania, Darwin. Okay, again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, again.
Is there more?
More. In the world, we have 14 countries start with E,
I don't.
In every continent. Famous for football, near Brazil. Famous for football. Now it's bankrupt country already. The economy is all down. Can you remember?
I'm just going to speak.
Argentina. Africa is
Oh.
continent. Okay, no problem. Again, oh my god. Oh. Okay, start with A, but not the end is not E, Azerbaijan. Not A. The last
Okay.
is E. Yes, the last.
But
the
it's
last is
also in that we played already.
Small country in Africa, near Egypt and Algeria and Somalia. Very small. You remember?
I have no idea.
This country. Namibia. Oh, A again.
Oh God.
Namibia. A. Have 7 more 7. Start with A.
A. I have a globe next to me.
Yes, you can. The Earth.
A.
Austria already, right? Austria and
Yes.
Australia, right?
Yeah.
And okay, it doesn't matter, miss. We start with verb, okay? On verb, on often verb.
Verb.
Okay? Yes.
Okay. A.
Verb. Can you remember?
I got one. A.
Okay.
Okay.
And take. Each one, I think. Many start with many verbs in E.
I'm trying to think of something hard. That's not eat.
I will show you. Okay.
Oh, but it's still
E again.
No, that's I.
Yes, eat it.
Eat it.
Do you understand the meaning?
Yes.
Okay, T. Start with T. Oh, many.
T.
I am a
teacher.
Teacher. Okay. Hank, do you know the meaning, right? Wow.
Bark.
I think he's sure you right.
K.
Bark. And K. And K. Can you fight?
No, not yet.
Like this, okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
Kill.
Okay. Wow. Okay. most Korean series for love story, for actor and actress when they feel in love.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's for again.
K again, okay. K.
Yes. The last verb, basic verb, start with K. Can you remember? We learned from bottom 1, bottom 2, basic verb, start with K. Can you remember? And you always use in RMA essay writing this vocabulary. Yes, this one. Yes. No.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Start with K. Okay, the last one, W. Verb. Okay.
E again.
Yes. Okay, relax. And tomorrow holiday, okay, no class, and we will come again on Monday 10 to 12, okay, with social science again. Okay. Thanks so much to join with me this afternoon for 3 hours.
Thank
You
you.
are the best in science, I will tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Okay.
สวัสดีค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
ครับ